Welcome to the C-Suite at the Open video series with the TMX Group. I'm Brooks Suman, Head of Company Services based in Calgary. Joining us today is Bernard Tourillon, President and CEO of Montreal-based HPQ Silicon, ticker HPQ on the TSX Venture. Bernard, welcome, bienvenue.
Thank you.
Now, with your partners, HPQ is developing an innovative low-cost process to transform quartz to raw silicon, and then silicon to nanopowders for use in lithium-ion batteries and other renewable energy applications. Can you speak to the global opportunity here and the size of this market?
The size of the market are going to be difficult to calculate by how big they are. I read somewhere somebody else in the field says the question is not can we make the batteries big enough, but can we make enough stuff to make all those batteries? And you see it everywhere right now. There's a lot of discussion about the battery space being very, very big, and silicon is going to be a key player in the renewable energy revolution that's going on right now.
So Bernard, I know you talked about size as a limitation of lithium-ion batteries. I know there's other limitations out there. What role does silicon play to break these limitations? And what is HPQ doing to solve this problem?
When you talk about the size, in a certain way, if you look at everybody talked a lot about the market for lithium-ion batteries, and they also talk a lot about the market for graphite. We're talking about silicon is going to be replacing the limitation that graphite puts on lithium batteries, in the sense that graphite is not a material that stores a lot of energy when it's used in rechargeable batteries, but silicon is one. So basically, if you replace graphite by silicon, you will increase either the speed of charge, the distance the battery goes, or both at the same time. So if you want an idea about the size of the market, I've heard rumors that or discussion that we're talking about a requirement for about 1 million metric tons of nanopowders of silicon in the next 10 to 15 years, and the worldwide capacity to do it right now is maybe 10 metric ton. So the demands are going to be astronomical, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be wrong in the estimation of the size of the market. And by wrong, I'm going to say we're going to see it too small compared to where it's really going to be.
Right. And in terms of HPQ, what do you have in store over the next 12 months? What are some catalysts that investors could look to?
Well, the next 12 months are really going to be exciting because we sort of have a minimum of 2 catalysts working in parallel, if not 3. One of them is we have our first system, which is the capacity to convert quartz into high purity silicon. That's going to come online this year. The second one is our capacity to transform that silicon into nanoparticles of different size, from 100 nanometers to probably a few microns, which is exactly the size that every battery manufacturer is looking for. So what HPQ is trying to do is position itself as the supplier of silicon for the battery energy. In addition to this, working with another partners of ours, we'll be working on using silicon to generate hydrogen. One of the big, everybody's talking about hydrogen, but the problem with hydrogen is going to be how do you transport hydrogen from one place to the other? One of the process we're working on using nanoparticles of silicon and water is the ability to have a transportability of hydrogen energies to remote areas without the risk or the requirement of having either hydrogen tanks or pipelines to bring hydrogen. So that's good. That's another massive market, which evolves out of our work done for the nanoreactor.
Sounds like you're in a very compelling position there, specifically for a Canadian TSX Venture listed company.
Yes.
Speaking about that, what does this venture listing mean to you?
It's very important because it brings us visibility, and it also gives us a tool. Sometimes junior companies have a hard time of getting access to capital. Being the TSX listed companies have given us an opportunity to finance, develop our project, move forward, and it gives us a different pathways of visibilities. One of them is when we issue press release, people start to know what we're doing, and it gets an attraction. I've gotten a lot of feedback, and it even got companies, potential buyers, contacting me based on that news, because that news becomes part of the flow of information. So really, I think people should realize in a certain way that being a TSX listed company is like having a social financing, but that's regulated. So there's clear rules, clear clear process, and there's the and we have rules to divulge information publicly. So I think it's all part of a plus.
Bernard, thanks so much for your time today. I'm really looking forward to following your story as this year progresses.
Thank you.